Hello, good evening. So we're going to be joined shortly, I hope, by Duncan from Sovereign Hart Games. He has posted his game, Recipe for Disaster, onto Kickstarter, and it's done so great. They've had a really amazing start. So we're going to have a little chat, talk about the game. There he is.
Hello!
Hey, it worked. Nice to see you.
Hey.
Wonderful. So first up, we should probably discuss the lockdown haircuts that we're both rocking right now.
Really, gets really good.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did a haircut before lockdown, and now it's like...
Absolutely. Yeah. At least your growth is just on the top. I am finding it sprouting everywhere. I've got a few years on you, young man.
yeah. No, I can't quite grow a good beard yet, so I've spared the world from that one.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you can grow a cool game. I was kindly gifted a copy, so this is technically an unpaid ad, although I'm never going to tell any porkies. But I do generally love this game. It's a ton of fun. Small Fries and I were chatting. We were like, I'm so glad we both like it. It's like, because it's proper awkward when you don't, but this is a really fun game. And I just think the art's beautiful. The gameplay is so fast and fun. It's really light, but it's just got a real fun mechanic to it that I think just keeps you entertained. I'll show you the cards. You get a bunch of cards like this in the game, and what you're looking to do is group them together to create a specific ingredient based on what you're working towards that game. So in this example, you might be wanting to make a lasagna, and for a lasagna you need tomato, pasta, mozzarella beef. Makes sense? But as you can see, all the ingredients are colour-coded. I was just getting the old... So when you drop the game off, I've got to say I was blown away by the components. And I think the standout component for me is the box. The box is awesome. I was chatting to Small Fries.
It turns out really nicely, yeah.
And she was like, that box is so good. Like the printing on the inside, it just looks phenomenal. It really does. And just for anyone watching, like, I don't want you to be sitting there thinking we're banging on about a box. The box is a massive part of the game. So the bottom of the box is essentially a dumpster. And the dumpster is where you discard every card in the game. It starts with 10 cards, and then every time you discard a card in the game, which is frequently, you put that in the dumpster. And then one of the ways that you can get extra ingredients or new ingredients to try and cook up your recipe is to go dumpster diving, which is just crazy fun. You get 10 seconds, and Duncan has amazingly found a 10-second sound timer. And
it took us so long.
Imagine. And you then have 10 seconds to root around trying to find the right card, and the pressure that this creates. And so through different means, you're discarding cards or trying to root around the dumpster to get more cards to try and get those 4 cards. And whenever you're ready, and it doesn't have to be when you've got those 4, just when you're ready to say, here's my version of beef Wellington, and you've got a cool story to tell, you press this. And it alerts the rest of the people around the table that that's it. They've all now got one more turn each, and they then have to try and get to the point where they're ready to declare their order. And this is what I was chatting to Small Fries about earlier, the storytelling element of it. Because obviously you get points for having the right, beef Wellington, you've got beef, great, 2 points. If you've got a different type of protein chicken, fine, good effort, 1 point. But how can you turn that into a story? How can you make that sound fun and funny to your friends? And that's like a huge part of the game, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's something I'm really excited for you to play it with a group of older people as well, because I think that's something that really comes out when you play it with a group of older people who are very much ready to give you all of the gab they have. Really trying to make it work. And quite often I'll end up with just the worst hand of cards and being like, right, how the heck do I, maybe for my beef Wellington, I don't have beef, but I have fish and chicken, and that's my only option. It's like, right, how do I have fish and chicken in there, and how do I make this sound good? And sometimes you end up with a genetically modified cowfish monster that you're like, hey, but we're using it for food.
I just want to give these cards some context for the size that they are. So you've got your cards, your ingredients cards, and that is just the normal size card that you can imagine in any playing deck of cards.
Size, yeah.
And to put it into context, how big these ingredients cards, you can see how big they are, and they're beautiful, like lovely linen finish, really nice quality. This is the final stock you're using, right? The only difference is demo copy's got this on the back. You're going to have a different back.
Yes, yeah.
Otherwise, this is it, and it's lovely. It feels really good. Good for people like me who play with kids who can spill stuff on it. You just wipe it clean up. Thank you for joining us. But thank you, Duncan. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. Yeah.
The very best of luck for the next few days on Kickstarter. Please relax. please try and chill.
I'll try.
and everyone else, please go back it so he can properly relax, because this game certainly deserves it. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely evening.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.